r/AskReddit, what are the biggest lies Hollywood made you believe? If you hit someone on the head, they fall asleep immediately and wake up a few hours later with no ill effects. The guy who follows you everywhere after you tell him to go away is Mr. Right. That too many women sleep with a lacy bra on. Women in movies wake up in those all the FN time. A lot of Hollywood movies have guys solving problems with guns and hiding behind sheet metal, drywall and other flimsy things. Until that big bank shootout in LA, I had no idea that high-velocity rounds go right through cars, walls, you name it. For me it's that love will find you regardless of where you are. You don't have to try at all, it will simply come to you and you'll live happily ever after. I believed in this for so long that I let so many potential lovers just go because I thought they would come back if they really liked me. Families provide a full breakfast every day that no one eats. Everyone in rom-coms are rich, have an amazing job, a spectacular apartment, and some mind-blowing sexual acrobatics tucked away for that special moment. That people generally store their car keys inside their cars. Fast car, shark tooth necklace and a popped collar will get me, babes. Put a suppressor on a gun and it becomes whisper quiet. In reality, the action of a pistol is still loud enough to draw attention to you. There's no chance of having a shootout in a crowded place and no one noticing. That there is a job for everyone for which they are perfectly suited, a calling you might say. Took a few jobs to realize a job is just a paycheck unless you are exceptionally lucky. Everything explodes in a big fireball, no matter if it's a train, truck, car, hand grenade, etc. etc. You can shoot a gun without hearing protection. That my crush would eventually realize I was beautiful on the inside, even though I was a nerd. All I needed was a haircut and to pretend I was dumb. The height of the actors. You can get shot with a gun or arrow or slashed with a sword or stabbed with a knife and you can still get up and win a fight. I grew up in the 90s watching movies where the dad was super distant and the kid was trying to make them proud, but then when the kid was at their lowest the dad would come in and be really vulnerable and give some wisdom and insight and ultimately create a strong bond with the kid main character. Yeah. So that was a lie, cause these boomer/Gen X dads are just emotionally distant at best and assholes at worst. Edit. Why did I get downvoted? Dads in movies are nothing like dads in real life. Apparently the King of England was African. That most people have very neat houses. Lasers make sound. That a roadrunner is as big as a coyote, and that they're both about 4 to 6 tall standing up. I moved to Texas 5 years ago, and only then found out that coyotes are about the size of a juvenile Labrador, and roadrunners are only like a foot tall, if that. Also neither of them had any dynamite or catapults. Injury recovery times. I didn't heal that fast when I was a young man, much less the old geezer I am today. I'm looking at you, Deadwood. There are some resilient characters there in the Black Hills. You're supposed to look like that. That dating was so easy. That radioactive material is green. Scots wore blue paint and kilts during the 13th century. I will die in quicksand or eaten by piranhas. If we get into a fight in an alley, I'll toss you into a couple of empty galvanized metal garbage cans, brand new, and then you can toss me into a pile of empty cardboard boxes. Car tires squeal on dirt roads. Motorcycles have dozens of gears. And revolvers have dozens of bullets. So do double-barreled shotguns. You can fire a submachine gun on full auto at arm's length, and the barrel won't climb an inch. That police draw chalk outlines of dead bodies. That when you move, all your stuff magically appears in the house where you want it. Seriously, in literally every movie or TV show, you never see a moving van or boxes. Everything just appears in the new house. Honestly, Disney is probably more to blame than Hollywood, but I still have this stupid ingrained idea that if I just go about my business and live my life, that Prince Charming is going to fall into my lap. That everything will be okay, the good people will win and have a happy ending. If a woman doesn't find you attractive, a grand and public romantic gesture will change her mind and make her fall for you. That every quote by a celebrity in a gossip rag is real. That every celebrity relationship is real. Celebrities are just like us. In reality, lavender marriages are still a thing. There are contracts between celebrities for PR, for collabs, relationships, and feuds. Every second of a celebrity's life is micromanaged by a PR team. That high school was going to be a mixture of 16 Candles, The Breakfast Club, Pretty in Pink, and some kind of wonderful. John Hughes lied to me big. Hollywood taught me that a gun silencer makes it essentially silent. Pew pew. You break a computer by hitting the monitor. Fairy tale endings don't exist. Shit will get real. That you can fire a handgun without any hearing protection and not be temporarily deafened. That you can hack a computer by typing really fast. That morning breath isn't a thing. I didn't believe them because I knew the truth, but the Bill Gates biopics are basically lies. IBM approached Gates, not the other way around. He said, I don't do OSs, I only do applications, go talk to Gary Kildall CP/M. IBM went to see Kildall, he said, talk to my wife, I am going golfing. His wife wouldn't sign the standard IBM NDA, so IBM went back to Gates and demanded an OS. Gates bought QDOS, Quick and Dirty OS, that was aptly named, for $50,000, and the one smart thing he did was to license it to IBM for pennies a copy. Kildall wanted like $450 a copy for CP/M, so IBM gave MS-DOS away with systems. IBM was stupid for not patenting the 30% of the PC that could have been patented, making the PC the most popular because it is generic and not in patent, and here we are, a whole series of lucky strokes for Gates, making him rich beyond belief. Gates was lucky, he could easily be like Gary Kildall, dead in a biker bar fight. That you could stick your head in a big bag of coke, inhale through every head hole and not OD minutes later, sad face. That there are such things as happy endings and that everything works out in the end. If you ask an undercover cop if they are an undercover cop, they have to answer truthfully. Slapping and sexual abusing women makes them like their attackers. That you could fire a gun indoors without suffering hearing loss. Taking off my glasses would make men notice me. That everyone gets a chance at love. Everybody wants to be a celebrity. Cops are the good guys and will help. People don't saying hello goodbye when talking on the phone. That most cowboys were straight white men. Situations are scariest if they take place in dark corridors. That in a social setting, two people can be dancing and all the people can immediately pick up the dance steps and join in and be perfectly timed. Also, fight scenes in films are not like fights in real life, they don't flow like they are choreographed. That super hot women are ready to take a dick at a moment's notice from the right person. Hasn't happened to me, and I'm pretty sure I'm the right person. You can become famous with no consequences. If something bad is happening to somebody you know, you're required by law of the universe to scream out their name. The rock star parking spot is always available for you. That cowboys and cops are normally the good guys. Car dashboards are super bright. Hollywood. The fictional storytellers. Nothing, they are stories, and I have always realized that. that a defibrillator restarts the heart. It only shocks it back into rhythm. Until I found out the reality of it, Hollywood had me believing that a defibrillator could be used to restart a person's heart when it's not beating. You don't shock a flat line. Fortunately, those AED devices you see sometimes can detect when the heart is in fibrillation, and won't try to shock Hazy's toll. Chest compressions. Chest compressions. Chest compressions. That chloroform worked instantly. My victims take forever, and they usually just die. USA could win a war. Diversity alone is better. It shouldn't ever go back to nothing but white males, but putting the woke choice in a role they're not prepared for makes things even worse. There's super talented actors and filmmakers of all colors, shapes and sizes. The blockbuster mega-budget films are reserved for those that earn it. Otherwise, if you just go by awards that also suffer from a rush to honor diversity over merit, will then things like Eternals, Marvels, and Madam Web happen? Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you have enjoyed this video and subscribe to never miss an upload.